So now I want to get into actually showing you the product here and how Incorta helps to give you that single pane of glass and that visibility. And so what I like to always show here is this is an Incorta dashboard. This is the Incorta platform, and this is a bookings, billings, and backlog dashboard. And of course, that's a process that's near and dear to pretty much every company that's out there. And the Incorta visualizations here, we provide all these great, nice visualizations, just like you'd expect to see in something like a Tableau or a Power BI or whatever your visualization tool is of choice. This is all Incorta. And we have a nice infographic with my key metrics. I might be looking at this as an executive or a line of business person, and I can see how I'm tracking towards, what's ordered, what's booked, what's invoiced and shipped, and then the key ratios around that. I'm able to easily look at what's the status of my various orders, kind of filter out the awaiting shipping and shipped, and drill into all that data. And importantly, what I can do here is I've got the data presented to me in numerous different ways. Of course, it is completely parameterized, so I can drill into business units or filter by a year or customer or whatever. But I can sort of scroll down through this, and once I get beyond my key metrics, I have things like geospatial views of my data. I can see what is ordered versus my backlog amount by my categories, right? Sort of sorted in descending order by the backlog amount. And then really importantly, and this is where, again, this is where Incorta really starts to shine and differentiate from your traditional BI platforms. And it is because I'm able to look at not only those high-level KPIs, this is coming out of my source system or systems, but I'm able to look all the way down to my order details, down to the order line item. And in this case, this demo data set is a little smaller, but this is still 2.1 million records I'm looking at right here. And that's, kind of in near real time, right? This is being refreshed a lot of our customers are refreshing this every 5, 10, 15 minutes. And if I go and say drill into my braces category where I've got a high amount of backlog that I wanted to analyze, so it's going to go and filter all that data for me, right? So now my map, my ratios, everything else gets filtered down, and so I can look at again what's my order booking and backlog amount by customers filtered by that particular product category all the way down to those individual line items. And what you'll notice here is that's filtered down from that 2.1 or so million records to a little less than 500,000, right? And I could continue filtering this analysis, but I always like to show this to people too, because this is a little technical, but it drives the point home really for me that I'm going to actually open up this insight. So this is what Incorta's Insight Builder looks like. So think of this like your Tableau or Power BI, right? I can create my various types of visualizations. But the reason I'm showing you this is because I like to go in and show the query plan. And this is slightly technical, but the point is that this is coming from, in this case, this is an Oracle ERP system. And this is a mirror image of that EBS system that's been replicated into Incorta, and again is being refreshed every 10 or 15 minutes or so with my latest orders, latest inventory status, latest logistics information, all that good stuff. But the reason I point this out is because I'm querying this in real time, and this is doing 3, 6, 7, 8 joins across 5 different modules, right? It's getting some of my master data, and it's getting information from my sales order as well as my accounts receivable. This is a query that you would never, ever, ever run against something like in a Tableau or a Power BI or anything, and expect any sort of speed, much less for it to come back to you. And this is where Incorta shines, because we're able to do that. We're able to do dozens of joins across billions of records, across multiple sources in a lot of cases, right? So again, providing that customer 360 or that single pane of glass, we're able to do that. And that's why you don't have to do all that ETL. You can pull all of the detail in, and you can, and there's no latency between the source system, or very low latency between the source system and your analytics, right? So this data is fresh, it's accurate, It ties down to the subledger, to the order line item, et cetera, et cetera. So then what I can do is I can actually drill through on this, right? So I focused on that braces category, braces and monitors category, and now I'm looking at an inventory summary, right? So this could be coming from the ERP system, but in a lot of cases, this might be coming from a warehouse management system, right? So I can see my finished goods inventory versus work in progress. I can see where that is. I can see what's ordered, what's backlogged, my various stocks, and continue that exploration all the way back through now and look at, for example, work in progress jobs. Now, this would be coming from something more like an MES system, right? So I can actually go through and say, okay, I've got a backlog from this high level dashboard. Where do things sit in the inventory? Where are they work in progress versus finished goods? Where are they located? Maybe I need to move some things around. And then what's actually being, manufactured in this case. And I can see it all the way down again to that level of detail where I'm actually looking at, the WIP entities and the item names and down to that very granular level of detail. So I'm able to do root cause analysis, really get to the crux of my issue, answer questions, and I don't have to go back to my IT team, right, to answer a lot of those questions. So, so that's what I wanted to show you from that supply chain standpoint. And what I always like to show here real quickly too is, I'm sorry about that, is this customer 360 dashboard. And I'm not going to drill into this too far, but this dashboard is literally combining information from, again, this is an ERP system, so I'm getting my revenue information there, my year-to-date opportunities and wins. I'm getting that from my Salesforce system, and I'm pulling this from a Jira ticketing system. And then, oh, by the way, we're pulling data from all three of those, displaying those on a dashboard, and we're running that through a churn probability model so I can actually calculate the churn probability for my customers. So we're able to use Incorta not only as that terrific data platform with full visibility across multiple ERP systems, TMS, WMS, third-party logistics providers, and whatnot. I'm able to combine that and see that in near real time as a single pane of glass. And then again, in the interest of time, I'm not really going to go into this, but it's important to understand that on top of that, we've completely suffused the product with GenAI capabilities, right? So I can use Copilot, Incorta Copilot, to actually ask questions of my data and in natural language, right? And then it will give me insights and allow me to those chaotic questions I was talking about, right? That person could actually go in and say, hey, what's going on with Staples? Show me all the orders and whatnot and opportunities. And that Gen AI capability flows throughout the product, whether it's doing deeper analysis and generating a story against your data, or doing things like building data pipelines, enriching data, helping you write the code for doing things like sentiment analysis or churn analytics or whatever it is you want it to do. So Incorta provides that excellent data platform, comprehensive from data ingestion through, again, those schemas and data models. In many cases, we have data apps that are prepackaged content that you can easily get up and running, as well as universal metadata that provides a nice abstraction layer for easily creating content that's understandable by your users, and then all that great Gen AI capability on top of all of that. So that's a whirlwind tour there. That's really meant to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing and sort of how we do it in Incorta. Obviously, if this is of interest to you, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to dive into this and better understand how Incorta might map to your organization. So the specific benefits around that are, again, providing that 360-degree view, better supply chain resilience, better product and price optimization, highly efficient operational reporting, again, with that near real-time, highly granular, detailed reporting. Just the benefits go on and on and on. And as I showed you before, there's a lot of real hard dollar ROI there. In fact, I'm working with a manufacturer right now who they've identified that if they can reduce, for every day they can reduce their days on hand inventory, they will be able to save $300,000 annually. And so they're using Incorta to combine their SAP data with their MES system data, with their third-party logistics data to analyze at a part level what they're carrying, what they need, when they're getting deliveries, and really optimize that and to realize those that hard dollar ROI. So it's really exciting to work on projects like that and see the excitement in our customers when they realize the how they're able to really help and improve their business.